Hello, and welcome to the year in review with Jeronique, my lovely host that I'm joined by, and Earl knows it all. And today we're going to be reviewing all of the hot topics and things that happened in 2023. The year in review. It's all in the name right there.
It's going down for real.
How are you doing, Jeronique?
I'm doing well.
Momentous occasion, man. It's a lot of things going on here. Awesome time to be alive. Yeah, it's wonderful.
2003 was something. It was something. If it wasn't nothing else, it was something.
This is true.
Let me just say hello to all of you guys that are watching. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and press the subscribe button already, just because
you should.
You like good content, and this guy right here has the #1 show in sports and entertainment. Okay.
I mean, I don't just say that. It's true.
But you're supposed to shout me out.
And Jeronique, fashion.
It's too late. It's too late.
Writing, whatever you need, she has it all there for you. She's a content maven. I don't even know what that word maven means, but it just popped in my head. So hopefully that was very respectful.
It's respectful.
Well, 2023 had a lot of things going on, man. And the first hot topic.
It was hot.
They made it real hot in a place that doesn't get hot, man.
It really doesn't.
Coach Prime went to Colorado, man. Made a few folks mad, but he found his way out there in Boulder, and he made Colorado hot, something that we didn't think was possible.
I can't see Coach Prime. What did he look like?
My guy, Coach Prime. Man.
There he is. There's the man, Prime Time.
Yes, sir.
That's me doing the dance.
Oh, now you got. Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Coach Prime, man.
Let's talk about Coach Prime. Let's talk about one of the things that Coach Prime did very well was garnering attention for the young men that played in his program. I think that he brought eyes to the program that would have never, ever opened their eyes to see those kids come out and play.
That is true.
I think he did a really good job of being motivational, not just to those kids, but he made a lot of coaches step up their games.
He did, man. He did. And I'll say this, Coach Prime, obviously Colorado was 1-11 the previous year. And no one, I'm sure the average run-of-the-mill person didn't even probably know Colorado had a football team at their university. But,
I
didn't know. Well, people were staying up till midnight and beyond to watch those games, man. They were the highest rated games in college football this year when they beat TCU and, they get a victory over Nebraska. It just kept growing and growing and growing, man. So
look, did you see those stands?
Like
the crowds were wild. I'm talking about sold out stadiums.
Here's the thing.
About like people coming out of the woodworks just to be at those games and show.
It was an event. It was an event. And like the spring game previously, they had to give away tickets, and now it's standing room only at the game.
Standing room only. If you missed all of those games, if you missed that fire, then you missed something really, really special in 2023 because
you did, man.
Heated up.
Shout out,
Colorado.
Oh my God, one of my favorite athletes, man. Coach Prime, of course, former Atlanta Falcon, former Atlanta Brave. I don't care about any of those other teams he played for. As you can see, Jeronique is doing the prime time dance, man. Speaking of dancers and women doing big things in 2023, man. The Queens, man, they did their things, man. Literally and figuratively, they did it, man.
I can't see them.
2023, the year of the woman. And
all
those women that headline, right? Beyonce and Nicki Minaj.
Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. So, I mean, like, when we think about Queens, we don't think about.
Did you go to England?
New York City or anything like that. We think about these beautifully talented young women who were born and raised in the United States of America and developed this huge following behind their careers. I mean, you have Beyonce, who has the Beehive, and then you have Miss Nicki Minaj, who has the Barbs. And oh my goodness, the Barbs have gone. Wow, I'm talking about they created a whole gag city.
It's amazing.
Gags, I'm talking about everybody was trying to get. You got all of these like different brands and stuff trying to get into Gag City, and it's like Dunkin' Donuts. You got any major brand, and I'm not going to mention any other brands because I shouldn't have mentioned that one because they are you sponsoring this? Call us up with this sponsorship. But
and Nikki also she set records as far as like being
she did she has so Miss Lauryn Hill, who I love dearly with all of my heart,
much respect,
had held for a very long time the record for a number of albums, so she still holds that at 455,000 in the first week. Nicki Minaj, however, set some different records. She is the female rap artist with 3 Billboard Top 200 albums. That she used to be tied with Miss Foxy Brown.
Foxy. Did not know that.
Yes, her and Foxy Brown had 2
shout out to Foxy
#1 albums, and now it's just Nicki up there with 3 by herself.
Okay.
She also has the longest album, #1 album on US Apple Music. She has, I think, broke the streaming record for female rappers first day on Spotify.
Okay.
So she's broke. She's broken.
That's what she does. She deserves all the accolades. She deserves the praise, and we are here to give it to her, the queen of hip hop. I'm not ashamed to say it. And there's some other queens who did some work too, who, if they do things the correct way and follow in the footsteps of one Miss Nicki Minaj and rap, maybe they too will be able to.
But let's talk about somebody who's not. Who shouldn't follow. And I mean,
okay, well, I didn't mean as far as lyrics or anything like that, but let's get into it. If you hit me and you see I'm in the club, I don't even know if I said it right. She definitely had the breakout year 2023, man. It was a Sexy Red takeover
thing. Like I'm talking about everywhere I go. That's all I was hearing. Sexy. It's sexy.
This is true, man. I mean, I'm a man of a certain age, so I don't necessarily go find these records, but they found me, man. You could not deny the Ski song.
You can. I mean, it went as far as to educators were using it as a call and response. So there's no 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. 1, 2, eyes on you. No. Educators was like, when you see me in the class, ski. So it's like it touched more than just the outside or the world of entertainment and just being in your own personal lives.
Dare we say a cultural phenomenon has occurred with Sexy Red, man.
Sexy. I'm gonna stop saying that.
And then the funny thing is, Sexy
I got
Red,
on my red just for you, Sexy.
I see what you did there. Sexy Red, recently, congratulations to Sexy Red, who's expecting. And still a very hardworking woman while she was
she's a hustler.
She is, man. We saw her get out there. She's been performing and doing things, and there was another young lady who kicked off 2023 with a pregnancy announcement as well. Another one of the queens, Miss Rihanna. And there you have it. Look at her, man. What a way to announce your pregnancy, man, at the Super Bowl halftime.
What a way. But according to her, it was unplanned. According to controversy, according to we're not going to talk about controversial stuff.
Much like
congratulations to her and her 2 young, beautiful sons that she is raising over there with their
wonderful family. Yes. Blessings to them all, man.
Blessings to them.
And Rihanna, like I said, getting a chance to do, the Super Bowl is a big deal, man. You got to be, upper echelon, one of the top artists in the world to do that, man. And she was able to pull it off, like I said, as being a woman that was with child. So now since then, I think she's kind of kicked back and she's kind of been out of the limelight a little bit, I guess now. My
Yeah.
bad. I didn't mean to remove
No,
that.
no, no. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. And a lot of people, women, I would say, we've seen a trend here that they also would like to maybe enjoy a bit of the soft life and fall back for a moment, man. Now far be it for me to be in women's business, Jeronique. I'll let you be the aficionado on this, or the expert.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
Hard wig, soft life. Please bring me up to speed on
soft
this.
life. Okay, you can't live this way if your wig is looking good, baby. No. You got to go and get that messed up wig.
Well.
You can attract you a baller shot caller. But let me tell you how problematic this headline is. Why slim black women with a bad wig? Well, it's not problematic as a headline.
I mean, it kind of is. I was taken aback when I saw it. And I don't even know what taken aback means.
It's interesting the way that they put it. But when you think about it, it's trending because I'm going to say we, because I don't want to put us all inside of a category, but there are groups within different cultures who are very observant of different things. And one of the things that a lot of people, or maybe not a lot of people, but the people who have access to share what they've seen are saying is that a lot of times when they see women who have the hard wigs and live in the soft life, they see them with wealthy men, and it's confusing to them. Like, how can you attract somebody with but they don't understand that hard wig comes from a brilliant mind, baby. We got it going on up in here. Okay, up in here.
I can dig it. Well, I mean, I think that is a very interesting topic, man. I've recently been brought up to speed on this, and like you said, maybe it is the mind that is attracting.
They're attracted to the mind, because when you see somebody whose head is not, or hair is not on straight or something like that, a lot of times they got a lot of stuff going on inside of their head.
Makes sense.
It's only like, I'm not gonna say it's only, but some people are very interested in getting inside of the minds of those particular people. So don't blame these women and the wigs that they wear. And don't blame the men who take the time to get to know them. Everybody deserves love.
This is true.
Everybody
does, man.
And as a matter of fact, I got a whole playlist on my page for you to go over and check it out. It's a lovers playlist for you to manifest the love of your life. So stop hating on the hard wig, soft lifestyle, and go find your own one.
Jeronique, there you go, and get manifest that love that you are looking for.
But you know what? Speaking about these wigs, let's talk about somebody who snatched the wig this year. 2023 was the year of Miss Sha'carri, baby.
You don't even need the wig sometimes, man. You just gotta get down to business.
Sha'carri was out there not only snatching off her wig, but she was out there killing the girls. I mean, let's check this out. Let's check this out really quick.
Yep. It's gonna be quick.
Look at her.
Some would say,
there she goes. She coming. And she got him. And she got him.
Record-breaking quick. If you blink, you may miss it.
Yes, because that's what she does. But then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at another time where she didn't even have to snatch the wig out. Okay.
Thoughts filled quick, causing different
moving. Okay. And I always say the interesting thing about the way the queen did her thing on this track and field is that she fought to the very end. Those two ladies, the two
Jamaican sprinters, yes.
Yeah, the two Jamaican sprinters, very talented, very, very strong runners. Definitely thought they had the race in the bag. But if you look right here, when they think they have it, they look over and they say, "Oh, what?
Did that happen?
They didn't have it."
It's amazing. We got to give an extra special shout out to Sha'carri Richardson. If you know her story and all of the hoopla about Sha'carri, excuse me. I guess I better say her name right. To Miss Richardson, I'm going to be safe and just say that. You got to give her a big shout out because she proved that this was the year of the woman first and foremost, and for her own self, kind of overcoming, previous tragedy, losing loved ones, and triumphing even from what people said she wasn't or shouldn't be doing to claiming herself as the world champion that she is, man. So
exactly.
beautiful thing.
And now, since you took it there, we might as well take it there.
Okay.
You have a young lady who was abused in the media in so many ways because she made a mistake in her grief process. She was not allowed to do the one thing that she loved the most.
Yep.
And because of her not being able to do that one thing that she loved the most, it transitioned her into a deep, dark place. So this year belonged to her because she showed all of us that no matter how dark it gets, no matter how much of your talent people try to take for granted because of your mistakes, if you put in the extra effort, if you work for it, you can come back to the light, and not just the light, the bright light, baby, because she came back with a vengeance. Yeah. I'm talking about she out there beating everybody left and right. You would have thought, I'm not going to say what I was about to say because it'll be controversial, but the way she was beating people, let it be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, yes, ma'am, I should say.
And she won the U.S. track and field female athlete of the year, and she definitely deserved.
Yes, she did. She did.
That award.
Shout out to Ms. Richardson, man, and like
Sha'carri. It's Sha'carri. You can say it.
I don't want to put your name. Sha'carri. Shout out to you.
Sha'carri. It's very easy. It's simple. It's just spelled with the C, but it sounds like a K. Sha'carri.
Hey,
you got it. Come on, let's hear it.
Huge fan. Sha'carri. Right now. Shout out to you, Sha'carri. Keep doing your thing.
You and running, girl.
Where the Olympics are in 2024. But yeah, yes, we'll see you there. And speaking of bright lights and just bright things, period.
Like maybe we can think about some police lights.
Right. Bright orange color. The photo seen around the world. Oh, done, man. Mr. Trump went to jail, man. Only for a few minutes, I guess, or hour, however long it was. But as they say, what's the song that they play at Stone Mountain? You've been to Stone Mountain before, right? The devil went down to Georgia. Well, he actually did go down to Georgia. And this is the mug shot seen around the world, man. Now, as you can see, we have here this gentleman still running for president again. It just shows the state of affairs here in America, but
it's wild out here. It's wild out here. It's so wild. I've heard some people say that, and I'm not going to say that because I think that too many people fought hard for us to have the right to vote, take it for granted. So I'm not going to tell you what you should do with that right. I do think we are in a sad state when somebody can have so many criminal charges, be facing so many criminal charges, be definitely 100% probably very allegedly guilty.
Don't get us sued.
I'm not gonna get you sued. You see how I did it. I did it good. But for that type of person to be in a space where they are running to be over one of the top countries in the world, I'm not gonna say nothing about. Listen,
hey man, God bless America, man. That's all we can say.
God bless America, land where I'm from.
Well.
Stand beside her and guide her.
Jeronique, America was built on certain foundations, man. And one of those things that we must have learned in school one day was about the Tea Party. But there was a Tea Party of another sort, man. Well. The Alabama Sweet Tea Party.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. This was a tragic time in American history.
I mean, was it though?
A very recent history.
Very
Like
recent.
a
Very
few
recent.
months ago history.
Yeah. It was a time, man. Let's just say it was a time. You got one of the orange people there sunburned. As you can see, you can find clips of this recap on Jeronique's page at Jeronique, as well as my page at EarlKnowsItAll. We recapped this, as you can see. It was a time. Let's just say that, man.
It was a time, and we don't want to show what actually happened.
No, we don't have to show that. I mean, we'll just say that
show what actually happened, because it was pretty rough for all of us that witnessed that experience in history. But it wasn't good.
Yes.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. But there were some good things that came about it.
It was an opportunity for us all to take a moment and laugh, But the seriousness of it, of course, like you said, race relations in America, all of that good stuff. But there were some
good things.
There was some good things that
came from it. I mean, there was a strong communication thing, which, to be honest with you, we have always been really good with.
We broke some stereotypes. A lot of people think black folks can't swim. We got Aquaman, who was birthed from this.
Yes.
We learned about the hat signal. We all know now when that hat goes up in the air, look out for your brother, man, your fellow brother, man. And and of course the true hero of this all, the chairman of the boardwalk, man.
We gotta go back to
man was swinging chairs left and right. I heard, and I should have fact checked this, but I think I just saw that the charges were maybe dropped against him, or he.
I heard that. I did hear that, which I felt like the charges should have never been brought to.
I agree, man.
But that does not mean that I am advocating for violence.
That definitely means that I do. I'm sorry, but every now and then somebody has to get hit in the head with a chair. If you've seen WWE, this is the case. Nah, but seriously,
I'm just gonna go ahead and move on.
Seriously, that was a moment in time for us, man.
If you will allow us,
they weren't the only people that were wilding out, Jeronique, right?
No, they were not the only people that were wilding out. This year gave us a lot of where the wild things. You know what? If in the history books, they should just label it as 2023, where the wild things are. That's it.
One of the wildest of them all, and I'm not even gonna put this on Zion, but Mariah Mills, ma'am. I think she just tweeted again, by the way.
Are you serious?
No, but she was tweeting so much that it feels like she still is. We'll never forget that.
Well, let me read this. Let me see if I can put on her voice. Maybe
there you go. Let's got here.
Or how I read it. Okay, it's like, it's past 7 weeks now, Zion Williamson. Get a DNA test now. Unless you're lying to me again, be a man and get a lawyer so she can get the DNA test now. She will try to drag it for 9 months to get more money. You have enough money to get the early test.
Now, I'll just ask you this because how did you come up with that voice?
Well, it was as I was reading it, I know she
did change a little bit.
Yeah, it changed. It was changing throughout because I felt like for her to be saying something like this, she has a lot of different voices inside of her head.
Gotcha.
Okay. And I was just trying to respect those voices and respectfully represent her in a way that when she watches this show, she will be like,
she's gonna watch it.
Oh, can you please play me in my biopic? And I'll be like,
whoa,
you want me to play you? Girl, look at me. I got my Twitter fingers already.
Now, I'm not familiar with Mariah Mills' work, but I've heard. Never mind. I'm not going there.
Never mind. Let's move on to another wild thing.
Yes,
Mr. Ja Morant.
My man, my guy, Ja Morant, man. You can catch me in the club. Guns a-blazing. Yeah, man. He got suspended 25 games. This was after a 9-game suspension at the end of last season because this is the first suspension. He got 9 games for this because he brandished and I don't want to disrespect firearms all around the world by calling this a firearm, but technically that's what it is. He brandished a weapon inside the strip club. And after that, for some reason, on a summer day, as we were just all enjoying our days, Ja Morant hopped on IG Live again and was flashing the gun again. And, the internet was wild. Adam Silver couldn't believe it. Suspended him for 25 games. And Ja Morant recently just came back. So, this is a redemption story too as well. We want to try to keep it positive here, man.
But let's talk about what may have caused this.
Well,
before we go on to some of these other wild things, I
have no idea what caused it.
What environment does Ja Morant represent?
Well, I want to correct you now, Morant, since you was.
Well, I'm speaking in my French voice.
Well,
so sorry to you wrong. The T's are silent en français. D'accord. Okay.
Oh, my bad. I mean to cut you. You said what environment did what now?
What environment would something like this come from? But you know what? You're right. Let's just move
on. Well, I can't psychoanalyze him.
Let's move on to the next
This next gentleman is near and dear to my heart. He's from Oakland City. If you're not familiar with that area, he's from Atlanta. He's an Atlanta guy, so he's near and dear to my heart. One of my favorite players in the NBA, Anthony Edwards. And allegedly, supposedly, maybe, I don't know if I really believe this, even though he did apologize for it.
Don't believe everything you read. Except if I wrote it.
He had a pregnancy scare. Let's just say that. That's what we'll say.
Wait.
Pregnancy scare.
Is the baby not?
Pay no attention to this headline. It's a pregnancy scare. That's what it was.
Oh, my bad.
Anywho, let's just say it. You can find this on your own. I'm not going to put that out there because I like Anthony Edwards, man. Moving right along, man. NBA players that maybe these guys can take a little tip from. I even said this on my show when I talked about Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant. If I had a child who was, in their early 20s, I would grab them and say, hey, and they were very good at basketball. There's a young man by the name of LeBron James who you should go talk to because he's pretty much done everything the way it should be done, man. And we want to take this time to honor the king himself, LeBron James, who amongst
LeBron James,
right?
LeBron, wherever he goes, that's where I go.
That's what a lot of people do, man. They jump ship. But I was a Lakers fan, so I just happened to stumble into this LeBron James thing. Before then, I'll admit, never mind. I won't say that. We're keeping it positive. So LeBron James broke Kareem's scoring record. He's the all-time leading scorer. People have been giving him and the Lakers crap about this, but I'm a Laker fan, and this is our broadcast. So screw all y'all. The Lakers won the first in-season tournament.
In-season tournament.
Banner, as they should have. Pops for champagne. A lot of y'all never taste champagne before. We may
because you're not a winner, and you don't know how winners live.
Yes, that's what LeBron.
If we wanted ourselves some losers, we would have named. Sorry.
Yeah, we would have been the Boston Celtics or somebody like that. But
I was
shout out to Jason David Brown too. Oh well, that too. If you're not first, you're last. And also, most importantly, on a human level, and as a father, I definitely am in touch with this. LeBron, his son LeBron James Jr., affectionately called Bronny. That's what we all call him.
Bron. I'm gonna call him little Bron because that's what we would call him if he was out.
Exactly, man. He suffered cardiac arrest, but bounced back from that, man. Serious thing to get back on the court, and as you can see, he's been doing this thing, man. He's looking good out there on the court,
like his daddy.
Bronny has a bright future ahead of him, man. LeBron has talked about, of course, wanting to play with Bronny, and he's even mentioned recently that he hopes to play with Bryce as well. So I think LeBron is more than capable of doing that, man. He seemed to be able to
do the way he's playing.
Yeah, he's still top 2-3 player in the league, man. So shout out to LeBron. And like I said, this is a moment to give him his flowers, man, not to steal from any of those other shows that say that. But and LeBron, if you've seen some of my content, you saw my Uncle Curly get on here, and he was cracking jokes about LeBron, and he said that he played with LeBron, and LeBron is really 65 years old. He's not quite
Uncle
65.
Curly don't know nothing about no LeBron. He's out here making up stuff.
Uncle Curly, man, I don't know. Sometimes he be telling the truth, sometimes he don't. I don't never know when to take him serious or not.
Exactly, my boy. Let's just move it along.
Go Curly mode. But one thing Uncle Curly does know about is hip hop turning 50, and the celebrations that we had here. Let's just get into this a little bit, man. There are several different entities that had celebrations. I'll ask you this, and I'm going off script here. How did you celebrate hip hop's 50th anniversary or 50th birthday or whatever you want to call it?
I did a lot of stuff. Okay, so the Kennedy Center had an event where a lot of the women MCs performed. So you had Rhapsody, MC Light, you had they even brought in, what's the lady's name who sang Ice Me Out? Ice Me Out.
I'm assuming it's Ice Spice, but I definitely could be wrong.
No, it's not Ice Spice. Come
Ice
on.
Me Out.
You know her name. She just had a baby.
Flo Milli.
No.
Coi Leray.
Cash Doll.
I like Cash Doll.
Yeah.
You should have said, I knew that. I knew that was
okay, so Cash Doll. So it was like representing female hip hop or rap over the years. And so I went to that and I had an amazing time. The DJ was a woman at this event and she really played like a lot of the classics. The crowd was up dancing. Again, it was at the historic Kennedy Center, so it was really fun to see that. Also in Washington, D.C., around near the monuments, at the African American History Museum, there was a 50th hip hop celebration that they put on, and they had really cool stuff that you could do. They had like the photo booths that you could go in, and there were
rope chain, or
you can have like the rope chain. They had like the different souvenirs and stuff that you can walk away with. Queen Latifah was there. A bunch of other hip hop artists were there. So I went to see those live and in person, and I really love those. Some ones that I saw online when Will Smith did his performance at the Grammys. I really liked that. I liked seeing the performance at the MTV Awards. I think
MTV did one too. I can't. All of them kind of run together for me.
I feel like it was MTV where Nicki Minaj performed.
Oh, Nicki did. Yeah, Nicki did.
She was hosting and she performed like 4 songs. I like that one.
I like
which one did you?
Bill and Nas. They put on one this was on August 11th.
Miss Lauryn Hill was there.
Was, man. Yep, Miss Lauryn Hill. We're gonna get into her a little bit later too. But yeah, Nas put on a show at Yankee Stadium. Of course, hip hop, if you don't know, for those of you that don't know, was born in the Bronx. So they took it back to the essence of where
BX baby all day. BX all day, son.
Marley Red Alert, all those guys were honored at it, and it was like a full day thing. So you could catch that stream if you weren't lucky enough to be in the Bronx, and it was like on from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to midnight. I think they closed it out with Run DMC, of course. In there you had Nas, Lil Wayne, Cameron, Wu-Tang Clan, T.I. performed, just a host. It was a good mix of a lot of different guys, and it's been so many people that have like contributed to hip hop that it's kind of tough to get really everybody's story in there. But I think for the most part, because even with the Grammys one, I know previously Uncle Luke was saying, hey, you guys honored the South at the Hip Hop Awards, but you didn't put me in there. And I was one of the big.
And how you gonna leave Uncle Luke out?
I mean,
so what's that number one birthday sign? I said, what's that number one birthday sign?
Leo's.
Is it Leo? No. Is it Scorpio? Yes.
All the Scorpios.
Go Scorpio, it's your birthday. Go Scorpios, it's your birthday. Go Leo.
So Luke got a chance to perform at the Grammys when Boosie did as well. I think they had Jermaine Dupri. So they broke it up to like the leaders of the new school type thing. Not that we're gonna hip hop y'all out too much, but this is a good opportunity to give you a lesson in hip hop.
I want to say who I didn't see in none of these hip hop celebrations.
Who?
Mr. Three Stacks.
Well,
so I
need to say that.
Yeah. I didn't see him in any of these celebrations. And
but
so
we did get him
I did
to
appreciate,
return. Yeah.
yes, he did. He returned,
Yep.
and we must bring the tempo to a place to relax you, because
Yes.
this is
Whoa. I was in my Zen mode. I wasn't expecting that.
it's the ASMR.
Gotcha. Hey man. Comment below if you like for I'm thinking about making a content switch, man. Like, you know, going to 180 or 360. Let me know if you're into that kind of thing, man. Do some research on that. Anyway.
Yeah, but we did a review.
We did.
Earl and I.
We did. As the album
We did
released,
a live listening party
Yep.
of the return of Andre 3000.
Yes.
And thank you to all of you that came and supported that.
Thank you.
Thank you to the ones who watched it afterwards.
Yes.
We're glad that you enjoyed that particular live stream. We're also glad that you took a moment to give hip hop and a very influential person on hip hop a moment to like do something different for the culture.
Billboard had him and his partner in rhyme as the #1 group of all time, which I agree with.
I agree. Yes. I agree, and it's not just because I'm from Atlanta. Forever, I love Atlanta.
Me either, but it's just a fact. That's all.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
And it's a beautiful thing to see that evolution of, like they say, who would have thought hip hop would take it this far? We move into wind instruments. We're able to do anything, man. It's a genre of music that took nothing and made something out of it, man. And
yeah, and then you're talking about real writers. I mean, these are people who wrote their own stuff, not like Jay-Z, who's out here.
Whoa. Time out. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were saying.
No, you're right. You're right. Let's go. You know what I think we should talk about? I think we should talk about.
Speaking of hip hop legends, right?
And writers. Yes.
And writers. Miss Lauryn Hill.
Miss Lauryn Hill had a baby. Joshua Marley, better known as YG Marley, who has set the internet ablaze. I'm talking about people are begging for this young man to release music. Somebody even put a quote out saying, "All I want for Christmas is YG Marley to release the song." Okay. And that's all a lot of us. You know what?
If you want to learn more about
that little big clip out there,
this song and YG Marley, where can they find someone who may have did a write-up on this, or
I mean, if you go and you do a Google search for your favorite writer of all time, then you can see this a few. I have a couple of write-ups about him. It's the #1 write-up on the internet right now. So go ahead and read that and enjoy it, and then make some comments. Follow me. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's have a conversation, because are you feeling the song, or am I just feeling the song and the rest of the world? And you need to catch up, because let me tell you know what? As a matter of fact,
all right.
Don't you I love you, call me a liar. And this is where the internet first fell in love with him and his music. And
pardon me, is that Miss Lauryn Hill right there with the suit on?
Yes, that's Miss Lauryn Hill.
Okay, is that a hat that she's wearing?
Yes, it's a hat. She's a
She's
a fashion thriller, fashion killer. And nobody, I better never ever say, don't nobody talk about Miss Lauryn Hill, and then nobody say a bad word about Miss Lauryn Hill, because she's killing the fashion game. And she also just gave y'all this gift of this son that got a voice like her and his grandfather. So enjoy the music, enjoy the vibe, and you know what?
Check out YG Marley.
Check out YG Marley.
There you go. Now, the more pressing news that we have. I've been waiting for this all day. There's a song that says, "I've been waiting for this moment for all my life." Taylor Swift, please report to the front office. Bring your book bag, bring the playbook, bring everything that you need. Yes. If you were watching on Christmas Day and you saw what happened to Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, and anyone that is a part of the Chiefs kingdom, you probably have these same thoughts as me. Taylor Swift has ruined everything about the NFL this season, and definitely the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just here to say it. The Swifties can feel how they feel about it, but yeah. And this what do we say on these things? The views and thoughts and views are only belong to Earl Knows It All. You know, guys, don't bother Jeronique on this one. Is all on me.
Don't bother me because I didn't say nothing.
I've been teasing this all year now. The Chiefs started 6-1, and you know, I think week 2 was the week that we saw Taylor Swift pop up. This may be the picture from her when she was in the box. And I went to my handy dandy computer and put up a little thing saying that Taylor Swift has ruined the NFL. And, you know, I was telling my son the other day, Jeronique, I said, you know, Christmas is on December 25th. I know you keep telling me you want these gifts, but sometimes you have to wait until the actual day to open that gift, and lo and behold, after starting 6-1, the Chiefs are now 9-6. Excuse me, 9-6.
Wow. And yeah, you know what? See, when I was going for the winning team, who was not winning in the beginning, but then they turned their season around, people had something to say.
You should even be happy about, because y'all. Well, I wasn't gonna talk about the Broncos because I'm just saying
we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it because
they messed up my picks.
Just like nobody talk about Miss Lauryn Hill, and then nobody's talking.
They messed up my picks, but they did keep the Broncos are still alive because of Taylor Swift. So I'm sure there are people in Denver who love Taylor Swift. This person in Atlanta, not so much, man.
Speaking of Atlanta,
and real performers, real people who deserve to be highlighted by the NFL.
Well, I think respectfully that she is.
I mean, that is disrespectfully.
Mr. Kanye. Okay.
Okay. Usher, baby. I just want to get your attention. He's just trying to get y'all attention, NFL. He's really trying to be all up in y'all head. Instead of giving us Taylor Swift, give us the man Usher, who is a wonderful performer. Why are you eating this popcorn like this, man? Get your popcorn ready, matter of fact, because Usher, he did his thing this year, man. He, of course, had his Vegas residency. No, we're going to sit back and yes. Shout out to Keke Palmer. Made the news this year as well. We're going to let her be, though. And all the other hard-working mothers out there who just want a night out to go see Usher, man. That's all. Yes, Usher, man. Of course, I told you guys I got a chance to see his show live. And, yeah, he's amazing. I am looking forward to his Super Bowl performance. What about you? How do you feel about Usher and all of the hoopla around his
I'm going to go ahead and say that I have not watched the Super Bowl performance in a long time because I stopped watching football for my friend.
Give it up. One of the realest alive forever and ever, Jeronique. The only one standing on business for real, while the rest of y'all clowns.
I got your back. I got your back, Caper.
That's all I'm saying, man. Standing on business.
I'm standing on business.
Y'all can learn something from that. Okay. Now I happen to come out with an NFL show, so I had to start watching NFL. Call me a hypocrite, whatever you want to do. But yeah, make sure you go watch Cover 2 with BeeWoo. Earl Knows It All each and every Monday. Shameless plug, but yeah. So since you haven't watched it, I guess we'll just kind of give you some updates of the highlights when it happens. But shout out to Usher, man, doing it big for the ATL. I don't know why Usher. I'll just say this: why he wasn't the performer. Maybe when it was in Atlanta, but everything happens when it's supposed to. He's doing.
Who was the performer when it was in Atlanta?
Maroon 5, and Adam Levine. I like Adam Levine a lot, man. They did bring out Outkast. I don't know why Outkast wasn't the performer. Well, they brought out Big Boy and Sleepy Brown because
we not gonna. We already talked about the Alabama Tea Party. We're not gonna talk about nothing else in this situation. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about some big money.
She Will Be Loved. I enjoy that song, man. Hopefully that was an Adam Levine song. I think I'm right.
2023 was She Will Be Loved, and she will be finding her young man with her hard wig to give her a soft life as we go into some bigger money. Because 2023 was the year of money.
Usher making big deals. He ain't the only one though, man. Shout out to my team. I'm still rooting for y'all because y'all won yesterday, or y'all won y'all last game. Whenever you're watching this in the airs, Jalen Hurts, man, that's my quarterback. Over the summer, he picked up a 5-year, $255 million extension. Now, at the time, Jeronique, that was the biggest contract in NFL history. And little tidbit, we ain't talk about this, but I'm sure you know because you know a lot of this stuff anyway. His agent who negotiated that deal is a black woman. So we told y'all the year 2023 was the year of the women, the year of the queens, man. And stand up one time, man, for Jalen Hurts and his team, and his whole team is full of women, matter of fact. So big deal for Jalen Hurts. And right after that, like I said, if you've been watching Cover 2 with BeeWoo and Earl Knows It All, you know we had a campaign to pay the man last season, and the man is Lamar Jackson. And you just allow me to clear out for a second here. All y'all San Francisco 49ers fans, Kyle Shanahan, y'all saw what happened last night. The best quarterback in the NFL, I'm going to go ahead and say it, Lamar Jackson. He deserved that contract, $260 million as well. And at the time, he became the highest paid contract. So shout out to both of them.
And that's all good and all that stuff. But
then, if we go to Major League Baseball.
But before we go, let me just say this.
Okay.
I said, when I have my sons,
what you said?
They're not gonna play basketball and football. They're gonna play baseball.
Your son like
that's where
6'8".
the money is. That's where the money resides. Okay, we going to where the money resides. And guess what? This year, in the year 2023, with the year of the big money, we all saw that. Baseball is where the money resides. I'm talking about 700 million. 700 million. That's just 300 million away from $1 billion.
It is.
Imagine.
Yep. More than
imagine your babies have 700 million for playing a sport. Now, this contract was later revealed to be, as Earl would call it,
Fugazi.
Go ahead, tell him about it.
But he is gonna get the 700 million though, and that is not a small feat.
After it's conditional.
Yeah, I played baseball, and all I got was a torn rotator cuff.
You coached baseball too, didn't you?
I did, man. I coached my son, I coached my nephew. So, I'm a huge baseball proponent, man. I be telling the young fellas, get out there and throw that ball, man, because they cut them checks over there. So Shohei Ohtani.
But we're gonna talk about who wasn't cutting checks.
Oh, that is a perfect segue. Who was not cutting checks out there, man? Sometimes, they say the devil is in the details. You got to check those contracts, man, because sometimes the powers that be try to sneak little things in on you. But what you have to do is stand up for yourself and say, no, we will not do this. So the writers in Hollywood, man, there was a big strike that went on for a lot of the year, man. And, I don't know if you guys know that the content game was a lot different because maybe you didn't get to watch your favorite shows or, late night TV wasn't the same. They had to run reruns because they said enough is enough, man. The Writers Guild Association, I'm assuming is what the A stands for. Pardon me. I'm trying to get a card. So I stopped writing in solidarity with the writers, but
I kept writing.
Kept
writing.
Boom.
Not out of solidarity, because I believe in what they're fighting for. I'm just not a part of that union. And until I get into that union, I can't,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, I'm gonna support you from the background by continuing to write. Okay. So people can continue to respect writers. Do you understand what I'm saying? And my writing led you guys to give me my first 1 million views. And I just want to take a moment to say thank y'all.
Put some respect on her name.
Thank y'all so much.
A millionaire.
I'm a young money millionaire. Blacker than Nigeria. Okay.
Congratulations. Let me be the first. I want to raise a toast. I have an empty cup, but salute. And we thank you for all of the beautiful, wonderful content. Like we said, speaking of writers, if you're a writer, a lot of great tips for writing as well. So We saw the beautiful piece she did on Mr. YG Marley. Allow us to give you your flowers, Jeronique, as well, man. As well.
Thank you. I'm gonna give you my address so y'all can send those flowers. It's P.O. Box. I'm gonna just leave it for you later, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to how the writers' strike. Well, I think these shows were gonna end before the writers' strike happened.
They were, but it made it all that more stark out here because two of the greatest shows, man, two of my favorite shows, and definitely this show, Snowfall. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. Came to an end. Chef's kiss to Damson Idris and everybody over there at Snowfall, that entire cast, and John Singleton. Rest in peace to John Singleton. This was something that was created originally by him and it continued on. And yeah, man, you don't get a lot of the shows that have faces that look like us that are impactful. And of course, as well, another show came to an end. One of the, not intentionally, but it's still intentional because we all have families, man. So family dynamic type show, Succession. If you haven't watched it, it's about billionaires and their family issues, man. It's good to see that the rich
get this off the screen. Make yourself bigger, please, because
the rich folks.
I don't know if you liked it, but
you didn't like Succession.
Yes, I like Succession.
Okay.
Did I like the way it ended? No.
I think it was perfect.
You thought the ending was perfect?
For Succession, yes.
For Succession?
No. I never thought the kids were going.
Well, you can't. Don't ruin it.
Well, I mean, it's been out for 5 years. I don't like it.
Don't ruin it.
Well, let me just.
It's been out for 5 years. Yeah, we may have some viewers who
some people who haven't watched it, but I'll just say I thought it was very. It was very appropriate the way the show ended. That's all I'll say.
It was the only way it wasn't. It was. Oh, let's just.
What do you think about the Snowfall ending? Because a lot of people were upset about the Snowfall ending, and the fact that Franklin lost everything after being.
Oh, you telling another ending? Okay, let's go ahead and move on.
I mean, we can edit this out. I'm just saying, man.
Let's talk about somebody who has.
I did a whole video on this, so go check it out. Whatever, man. If you have watched it, let me know what you think.
No, you can't tell the end of the story.
Just saying. We have no great segue to this, but let's just talk about. Oh, you said hot. I didn't even. You're a genius. I don't know that this really works, but Drake got spicy with everyone this year, man, and he dropped For All the Dogs, man. There you have it. And apparently, I did not know that about Drake, but if you saw the screen, yeah, there you have it, man. I don't know if that works.
I remember that story. I remember when people
just say, make sure you keep a close watch on your DNA, okay? That's all I'll say, man. I don't know if that really works, but maybe it does.
It's hurting to laugh so hard.
That was unexpected. That was unexpected, man. Yeah, For All the Dogs. I did an album review on this. People had many thoughts since my album review. Maybe I should have reviewed it again since he put out some new tracks on the album.
He did put out some new tracks, so you got to do the update.
Maybe a lot of people were upset that Drake didn't really rap like they wanted him to rap on the album, or
they wanted him to bring the old Drake back.
Yeah, man. What did Kanye say, or Drake or somebody? They missed the old Kanye, or Jay-Z said,
I missed the old Kanye. Straight from the old Kanye. I mean,
the old Jay by my old albums. Well, I guess Drake was on that too. But then he turned around and gave us the old Drake and started rapping. So maybe he's a little bit temperamental. Who knows? But yeah, that was one of the most anticipated albums. And
Drake I can't see you. What'd you say?
I said that was one of the most anticipated albums of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He took some shots at people like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
Get over it, ma. Get over it. And then you got this song with Nicki Minaj while you're sitting here, you're trying to speak in an accent that you don't come from the countries. It does not make sense.
Talk about. Now, I will say the highlight of music for me this year, as much as I love Andre 3000's album and Nicki's, and when Drake on his own album came on and started speaking Spanish with Bad Bunny, it touched my heart in a way that none of you truly know how much I was joyed by that. As much as I love Rastaman Drake, Spanish Drake, oh, that's a whole nother level. And I think he kind of did that on the Nicki Minaj album too, man. He started,
he tried to do like
what was he mean?
Caribbean.
He's been bad mind.
He's
Bad
not
man
Caribbean.
Drake.
And Rihanna is moved on from you, bruh. So go on
Listen,
about your
man,
life.
listen, Drake. If you don't do anything else, forget the singing and rapping. Just keep doing the accents, man. That is
No, leave the accent to that. You know.
He deserves an
He needs to let
Academy
it
Award.
go. Let it go.
Another person that Drake spoke about this year, and it wasn't necessarily on that album. I think on the Her Lost album, he threw a little line out there about couldn't see the shots or something or another that people thought was aimed at one Miss Meg Thee Stallion. And of course, unfortunately, or fortunately for all of us, the Meg and Tory saga finally came to an end.
Oh, thank goodness.
Tory Lanez, aka Daystar, was found guilty of a couple things. I don't think it was guilty of shooting her, but reckless endangerment or something. If you want law, actual, analysis, go over to LegalZoom and find out what happened with that. But anywho, yes, finally this ended, and everyone lost in this, in my opinion.
I think so. I honestly agree with you on that.
Everyone
lost. That Meg lost, Tory lost.
Yeah.
The best friend who's not in the picture anymore lost.
Yeah.
How you gonna win when you ain't right within?
Okay. Well, shout out to my cousins.
You might win some, but you really lost one.
There you go, man. There you go. Yeah, I agree with you. I think hopefully everyone learns something from this, man. When you mix alcohol, guns, and Kardashians, it's not really a good mix, man.
No. Let's stick on the legal topic.
That's what I said.
Not their father's legacy. But let's talk about
whoa. Time out. Speaking of situations, I don't know if you want me to ISO on this one or not, but recently allegations have come up against one Mr. Sean Puffy Combs, and he did decide to settle with the young lady you see here, Cassie. I don't know, Cassie Ventura. I think she's married now, so I don't know. Or no disrespect to her and her husband. Yeah, but she filed a suit against him. He categorically denied everything, and then I went to sleep and woke up and found out that he had paid her whatever she was asking for.
I really think he paid her $99 million, but I don't know because the number is sealed.
Yeah, I know she asked for $30 million originally. So, But
I think they have a non-disparagement agreement within there where neither one of them are supposed to talk about it.
I don't think we've heard from Puffy, have we? Or maybe he put up a post or something. I don't know.
He put up a post. He said, "Enough is enough. I'm tired of y'all dragging my name through the mud. I done seen it for weeks, but it's about to stop today." So yeah, he put up a post that was a little bit interesting, but I'm just going to say this because I think that domestic violence is a very, very serious, it's not just a serious thing to accuse somebody of, but it's a very serious thing that a lot of women and men face on a daily basis.
This is true.
When this came out and her story came out, my heart went out to not just her, but other survivors of domestic violence. Because one of the things that a lot of people don't understand in situations like this is you are never really safe. There are things that are put in place to give you some type of feeling of security. But when you are in a domestic violence connection or situation, your life could be taken at any moment. And excuse me, my voice is breaking, but one of the interesting things that social media has shown us all, as some domestic violence perpetrators put their incidents online, and as the news the other day, there was a 28-year-old young woman who her partner slashed her throat and then killed himself in what I'm guessing he thought was going to be a murder-suicide. Fortunately, I'm not sure where she is now or what condition she is in now, but fortunately somebody did find her, and she was in a pool of blood, but they were able to get her to the hospital and put her into intensive care. So hopefully her story ends with her being a survivor of domestic violence. I think Cassie was very, very brave in not only exposing the things that were done to her, but a lot of the things that people might judge her for putting up with or going through in that type of situation. And I don't want to bring you guys down, too much. So we're going to move forward in just a second here, but I just want to just send a note to anybody who is currently experiencing domestic violence and you might be protecting your partner for whatever reason. I hope and pray for you that you get the support that you need that will put you in a place where you can get yourself to safety. I know a lot of these stories do not end well for some of the people who are inside of those situations, but I hope that your situation ends with you as a survivor. So that's all that I have to say about that. And excuse my voice.
Those are very poignant words, man. It's definitely a serious thing. I know sometimes on the internet, man, we don't take things too seriously, but that's a great perspective to kind of put on that story. And in general, man, like you said, just kind of giving people some hope or letting them know, hey, hopefully that they are able to find a way out of that. You spoke very, very poignantly, like I said, about domestic violence situations, man. There's no good way to kind of segue through that, man, but we all have to make sure that at the end of the day, that didn't come up for me for some reason, that we just survive what we're doing here as in life, man. There's a lot going on, rumors of wars, as they say. My grandma used to say that, man, back in the day. And I think I read something that there were like 52 countries or 92 countries or something to that effect. Either number is crazy that are at war with another country currently. And of course, we see some of the issues that we have with other countries as America here and with some of the other quote unquote superpowers. So I'll just say this, man, you got to stay prayed up because it's that's really what we all need with a lot of these situations, man. If I don't want to deep us out right now, but got to put God first, man, because sometimes that is all that is going to work for you. I don't know if you have any thoughts on the war thing, but yeah, that was a crazy story that I read about all of these countries that are at war. You see a lot of these TV shows speaking about the end of the world, or we didn't talk about this, but then there's a movie on Netflix that the Obamas produced that also touches on that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can check that out and do what you
What's
will.
the name of that movie?
Don't put me on the spot. You know the name of it? I know it's something like The End is Near, or This is the End, or something.
Where the World Ends?
Where the World Ends. Maybe that was it. Yeah. Pardon me. But if you Google it, it's one of the top movies on Netflix. So I'm not going to tell the end of it since Jeronique got on me about telling the end of stuff. But
yeah, don't tell. You can't. Because people People think they want to know, but it's better for them.
Listen, I'm never one of the people.
And the name of the movie is actually Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind. That's what it was.
And I guess it was another movie where the ending. I'm not gonna tell it.
You about to tell it. There's no way you can not talk about the ending and to give it. But yeah,
these endings got to get better. Y'all got to get these better endings because the way read Crime and Punishment if you want a good ending. Go read Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. Okay, it's a Russian novel that to me is very stream of consciousness, very deep, but it has its funny moments.
There you go.
But the ending goes. The writer wrote a good ending. Where the world ends.
Well, sometimes it's difficult to land the plane, as they say. But that's what we got to do with this, Jeronique. We've kind of touched on a lot of the topics. Hopefully you guys don't crap on this ending.
No, hopefully you don't. But can we end with this beautiful thing that came out of 2023?
Okay.
One of the things that I love traveling. Traveling
I saw this on your page, actually. Yes,
it's one of my favorite things to do. And this, I'm gonna let her say it for herself.
There you go. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
that was beautiful, man.
It's a beautiful song. It's a South African song that is like in the I don't want to get the name of the language wrong because it has like the click that you do the click when you speak on it.
Gotcha.
But the song is basically just saying, Father, thank you for sustaining me. Thank you for protecting me. It's a praise.
Amen to that.
Yeah. And I think that with all the things that are going on in the world, Earl has this amazing saying that he says at the end of all of his shows. And I think if you hold that near and dear to your heart and your mind, no matter what's going on around you, what's going on inside of you should not allow it to impact you in a way where things go too wrong. So what's that thing that you always say when you close out?
We like to leave with this precious gem. Pardon me. Put your trust in God, because through Him, all things are possible. And as always, man, may the source be with you. Jeronique,
thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
this was fun.
It was. And
I'll see you next year.
You guys, thank you all. We hope you all enjoy it. Spend time with your families, your loved ones, and thank you for watching.
And don't forget to go and subscribe to my channel.
Exactly. Subscribe, like, follow on all socials, all around.
We partying all 2024.
I needed one.
And then you come to the video and it's like
that was
no more parties in LA.
Y'all have a good one.